Take a deep breath. Feel the energy around you shift as you gently open yourself to the truth. You are a magnet for prosperity. You are connected to the unlimited flow of abundance that is always present in the universe. And right now, you are aligning with a powerful truth. I keep receiving money. Money is an energy that responds to belief. This is not merely a motivational idea, it is a spiritual and universal truth. Money flows to those who believe they are worthy of it. It gathers where it is welcomed. It multiplies in the lives of those who hold loving, abundant thoughts about it. If you treat money as your friend, it stays. If you fear it, resist it, or resent it, it often slips away. The relationship with money is not defined by numbers in your bank account, but by the beliefs that live quietly in your mind and heart. Many people were raised with limiting beliefs about money. Money doesn't grow on trees. You have to work hard and sacrifice to be rich. Rich people are greedy. These ideas planted seeds of lack and scarcity in the subconscious. Without even realizing it, we grow up pushing money away while desperately needing it. We affirm poverty every time we say, "I can't afford that," or "I'll never be rich." The universe listens to these statements as if they were commands. And because energy responds to belief, life reflects that belief back to us. But what if we chose different thoughts? What if we began to believe that money is easy to receive, that abundance is natural, that wealth is spiritual? The moment we shift our internal story, the external world begins to change. It may not happen overnight, but it does begin. The flow of money starts responding to this new vibration. Opportunities come, resources appear, ideas arrive. Because energy is no longer blocked by resistance, but moved by belief. Money, like all forms of energy, desires to flow. It loves to circulate. It wants to move from hand to hand, creating joy, solving problems, building dreams. But it can only enter the lives of those who are willing to receive it. To receive, you must believe. Believe in your worth. Believe in your ability to prosper. Believe that the universe is not limited, but abundant beyond imagination. You do not have to beg for money. You do not have to prove yourself worthy of it through exhaustion or burnout. You simply need to align with it. Feel yourself already abundant. Speak kindly about wealth. Respect the money you already have, no matter how small. When you pick up a coin, bless it. When you pay a bill, do it with gratitude. These small acts build powerful beliefs, and those beliefs change everything. The most powerful shift happens when you stop seeing money as something outside of you and begin to understand that wealth starts within. You generate prosperity by choosing thoughts of plenty, by speaking affirmations of abundance, by releasing the guilt or fear you have around receiving more. You begin to see yourself as a person who money loves to find. You begin to expect it, not fear the lack of it. You stop counting every penny in panic and begin to trust the greater rhythm of life. The moment you decide that money is good, that it is safe to have, and that you are deserving of more, life responds. The energy of money comes closer. It stops feeling distant or difficult. It becomes a companion rather than a struggle. Because you have changed your belief, you have changed your magnetism. You are no longer repelling prosperity with fearful thoughts. You are inviting it with calm expectation. Remember, money is not the root of all evil. The root is fear. Fear that you'll never have enough. Fear that you don't deserve more. Fear that others will judge you for having it. When you heal those fears and replace them with loving beliefs, your entire financial life transforms. You become generous without fear. You give and receive freely. You stop hoarding and start trusting. Because money is not your master. It is your servant, responding to the beliefs you nurture each day. You are not too late. You are not too old. You are not too inexperienced. You are exactly where you need to be to open the floodgates of abundance in your life. Let today be the day you stop cursing money and start blessing it. Let today be the day you stop resisting wealth and start embracing your divine right to receive. Money is energy. It is not against you. It is not avoiding you. It is simply responding to you. Choose the belief that serves your highest good. Choose to believe that money comes to you easily. Choose to believe that life is always supporting you. And as your belief changes, so will your bank account. Not through fear or force, but through the natural flow of aligned energy. I am open to unexpected income. This simple statement holds within it a powerful truth, a truth that can shift your reality if you are willing to believe it. When you open yourself to the idea that money can come from anywhere, at any time, and through any channel, you begin to step into a flow that has always been available to you. Life is not limited. The universe is not confined to just one way of blessing you. There are infinite routes through which abundance can arrive. And most of them are outside your current understanding. And when so many people close themselves off from the very miracles they pray for because they believe money can only come from hard work, salary, or effort. They attach their worth to the hours they work, and they believe that if they're not exhausted, they haven't earned anything. But the truth is, abundance is not tied to suffering. It is tied to receptivity. And to receive, you must be open, not just in theory, but in belief, in emotion, in vibration. When you say, I am open to unexpected income, you send out a clear signal. You are telling life, I trust you. I know you are capable of more than I can see. I am ready to receive, even if I don't know how it will come. That is the vibration of faith. And faith moves energy faster than fear ever could. Sometimes money comes through a gift. Sometimes through a refund, sometimes through a raise you didn't ask for. Sometimes someone pays a debt you had long forgotten. Sometimes you sell something you never thought anyone would buy. These are all forms of unexpected income, and they begin to appear more frequently when you stop insisting that abundance must arrive in only one way. You see, being open means releasing control. It means letting go of the belief that you must figure it all out. It means trusting that the same force that keeps the stars in the sky and the oceans in motion also knows how to bring financial blessings into your life. It's not your job to micromanage the universe. Your only task is to become a vibrational match to receiving. And how do you do that? By shifting your mindset from I don't have enough to I am ready for more. By moving your attention from problems to possibilities. By blessing every cent that comes your way, whether it's a dime on the street or a large payment in your account. Gratitude is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. And when you're thankful even for the smallest sign of increase, you create space for even more to flow in. Opening to unexpected income also means detaching from the need to know the source. You don't have to name the path, you just have to trust that there is one, or maybe many. The universe is unlimited in its ability to surprise you. All it asks is that you don't block it with doubt. Doubt is the wall. Faith is the door. You are not at the mercy of your circumstances. You are not bound by what you currently earn or by what others around you make. Your income is not dependent on one job, one skill, or one opportunity. The moment you affirm that you are open to unexpected income, you begin to notice new opportunities where none existed before. Your awareness expands, your energy softens, and you begin to attract what matches your new vibration. Sometimes the shift doesn't happen outside first, it happens inside. A feeling of security begins to grow within you. A sense of peace replaces panic. You stop checking your balance in fear and you start expecting good news. And that internal peace becomes magnetic. People feel it. Opportunities find it. Money flows to it. This openness is not about sitting still and doing nothing. It's about staying aligned and acting on inspired ideas. Maybe you get a sudden urge to call someone. Maybe you feel guided to post something online. Maybe you finally say yes to an offer you've been hesitant about. These nudges are not random. They are signs that the universe is working with you. Unexpected income often shows up through inspired action that doesn't feel forced. You are not chasing money, you are allowing it. You are not hoping for a miracle, you are living in expectation of one. And that expectation is what activates the flow. So take a deep breath and say it with clarity. I am open to unexpected income. I release all resistance. I let go of fear. I trust the process. I bless the money that is coming, even if I don't yet see it. I am ready to receive in ways that delight and surprise me. Every time you repeat this truth, you open the door a little wider. And eventually, abundance walks in, not because you chased it, but because you allowed it. Unexpected income is not a fantasy. It's a natural outcome of openness, trust, and alignment. I deserve to be paid for being myself. This is not a boastful statement. It is a declaration of truth, a recognition of the value that already exists within me. Not because I strive to prove it, but because I simply am. For too long, we've been conditioned to believe that we must perform, impress, or shapeshift into someone else in order to earn love, approval, or income. But that narrative no longer serves the soul. It's time to step into a new belief, one that honors your authenticity as your greatest currency. You do not need to be someone else to be worthy. You do not need to hide your light to fit into systems that were never built to see your brilliance. The truth is, the more you align with your true self, the more magnetic you become. People don't pay you because you beg. They pay you because they feel your energy, your honesty, your confidence. When you are fully yourself, unapologetically, the world responds in beautiful ways. Opportunities show up. Clients are drawn in. Doors that were once closed open with ease. You were not born to earn your worth through exhaustion. You were born worthy. You were born with gifts, with a message, with a vibration that only you can bring to this world. And when you allow yourself to live from that place, when you stop shrinking and start shining, abundance naturally flows toward you because authenticity is rare and rare is valuable. The idea that we must suffer to succeed is one of the oldest lies we've inherited. We've watched generations struggle and sacrifice, believing that hustle is the only path to wealth. But what if ease is also a path? What if joy is productive? What if simply being who you are, your truth, your story, your presence, is enough? When you believe that you deserve to be paid for being yourself, you stop settling for less. You stop undercharging, underestimating, and undervaluing your work and your time. You begin to recognize that your ideas matter, your voice matters, your energy matters. You no longer feel guilty for wanting more because you understand that wanting is not greed, it is alignment. It is the soul calling you into expansion. This belief doesn't come from arrogance. It comes from awareness. Awareness that the world needs more real people. Awareness that your experiences have shaped you into someone with wisdom to share. Awareness that the time you've spent healing, growing, and evolving has given you something sacred. And sacred things are not free. They are honored. They are respected. And so are you. When you embrace the idea that you deserve to be paid for being yourself, your confidence rises. You walk differently. You speak with clarity. You no longer chase because you know you are the prize. This shift doesn't just change how you see yourself, it changes how others see you. They begin to mirror your self-worth. They offer more. They invest deeper. They respond to the vibration you hold within. This belief also helps you release comparison. You no longer need to mimic others to find success. You don't need to fit into someone else's mold. You were never meant to follow their path. You were meant to carve your own. And that path, no matter how unique or unconventional, is profitable when you honor it. Your uniqueness is not a weakness, it is your superpower. There is no one else like you, no one else with your combination of energy, voice, ideas, and perspective. And when you show up as yourself fully, freely, fearlessly, you become a magnet for aligned abundance. You attract the people who need exactly what you offer. You become a lighthouse, not because you tried to be, but because you allowed yourself to shine. So let go of the old belief that says you must be different to deserve success. Let go of the lie that says you must struggle first to earn abundance later. Let go of the fear that says you're not enough. You are enough. Right now, as you are enough to be seen, enough to be paid, enough to prosper. The moment you decide to embody this truth, life begins to shift. You start showing up differently. You set boundaries. You ask for what you're worth. You say no to what drains you and yes to what aligns. You move with grace because you are no longer begging, you are receiving. You are no longer proving, you are being. Being yourself is not a liability, it is your greatest asset. And it is more than okay to be compensated for that. It is your birthright. It is your divine inheritance. Say it with love, with faith, and with full belief. I deserve to be paid for being myself. And let that truth lead you into the abundant life that is already waiting for you. My beliefs are creating a wealthy life. Every thought I think, every word I speak, every expectation I hold shapes the energy of my reality. I no longer see wealth as something distant outside of me or reserved for a chosen few. I see it as something I am building from the inside out, one belief at a time. The wealth I experience in my life is a direct reflection of the beliefs I nurture within me about money, about my worth, and about what I truly believe is possible for me. There was a time I believed that money was hard to earn, that wealth required struggle, that only certain people with the right background or connections could truly thrive financially. Those beliefs were not born from truth. They were handed down, picked up, absorbed from the fears and limitations of others. And without even realizing it, I lived inside them. I made decisions from them. I accepted less than I deserved because I believed it was all I could have. But then something shifted. I realized that beliefs are not fixed. They are choices. They are patterns that can be changed, rewritten, replaced. And the moment I chose to believe in abundance rather than scarcity, doors began to open. I started to notice the difference between what was real and what was programmed. I became aware of how my inner world was directly shaping my outer experience. When I believed I wasn't worthy, life reflected that. When I believed I couldn't make more, I didn't. But when I shifted into believing that wealth was available to me, that I was already enough, and that money loved to find me, everything began to change. I now hold beliefs that support my expansion. I believe that money is always circulating and I am always in the flow. I believe that opportunities are all around me and that life is constantly presenting ways for me to receive more. I believe that there is no limit to how much I can grow, create, or earn. These beliefs don't just live in my mind, they live in my heart. I feel them. I trust them. I return to them when fear tries to creep in. Fear still comes sometimes. It whispers old stories, tries to pull me back into lack. But now I recognize those thoughts and I choose differently. I remind myself, I am not my past. I am not my parents' fears. I am not society's limits. I am the thinker of my thoughts. I am the creator of my life. And I can choose beliefs that empower me instead of those that diminish me. The beautiful thing about beliefs is that they act like seeds. The ones I water with focus and emotion are the ones that grow. So I water the beliefs that serve me. I feed my mind with affirmations of prosperity. I surround myself with people and messages that reflect abundance. I turn away from the energy of lack, and I claim the vibration of wealth, not just in money, but in joy, in love, in opportunities, in freedom. Wealth is not just about numbers. It is about how I feel. It is about the way I wake up in the morning, with gratitude, with purpose, with peace. It is about having choices. It is about knowing that I can give, share, and support others because I am supported. My wealthy life includes richness in relationships, richness in creativity, richness in health, and richness in spirit. When I changed my mind, I changed my life. I didn't wait for the money to show up before I felt abundant. I felt abundant first, and then the money showed up. I didn't wait for proof to believe in my worth. I believed in my worth first, and then life gave me the proof. This is the power we all hold. This is the truth that so many never realize, that it's not about forcing reality to change. It's about becoming the person who lives the reality you desire. I am no longer waiting. I am no longer doubting. I am no longer shrinking to fit into beliefs that do not reflect who I truly am. I am expanding. I am rising. I am rewriting every story that said I couldn't have more. I am living in the vibration of possibility, and I feel the energy of wealth flowing to me now. My beliefs are creating a wealthy life, and every day I choose to believe in more love, more flow, more opportunities, more money, more joy. I trust the process. I trust myself. I trust the power that breathes through me and responds to my belief. I am the architect of my experience, and I build with thoughts of abundance, security, and divine support. This is not a dream. It is my reality in motion. My beliefs are my foundation, and I build with purpose, with clarity, and with joy. I no longer look outside for confirmation. I look within and see the truth. I believe in a wealthy life, and so I live one. I am grateful for the money I already have. In this very moment, I pause and give thanks, not for what's coming, not for what I'm still waiting on, but for what is already here. Gratitude is a powerful magnetic force. It multiplies what we appreciate. It blesses what we acknowledge. And when it comes to money, gratitude turns even the smallest amount into a doorway for more abundance. There was a time I thought I had to wait to be grateful. Wait until I earned more. Wait until the debts were paid. Wait until everything looked better from the outside. But I have learned that waiting for the perfect moment to be grateful is like holding your breath until life improves. It doesn't work. The power is in the now. The wealth begins with what's already here. The shift begins the moment I open my heart and say, thank you. Money is energy. It responds to how we treat it. When we bless the money we have, it grows. When we criticize or ignore it, it often slips away. I've learned to honor every coin, every note, every transaction. I no longer say it's just a few dollars. I say thank you for this money. I see you. I appreciate you. Whether it's a small tip, a paycheck, a gift, or a refund, I celebrate it all. Because what I celebrate increases. Being grateful doesn't mean I don't want more. It simply means I recognize the abundance that already exists in my life. It means I see money not as something I chase, but as something I attract, respect, and welcome. When I pay a bill, I don't do it with resentment anymore. I do it with gratitude because I had the means to pay it, because the service I used added value to my life. Even when money feels tight, I find reasons to give thanks. I give thanks for shelter, for food, for the electricity that lights my home, for the clothes I wear, for the comfort I enjoy. These are not small things. They are signs of abundance. Gratitude softens the energy of fear. It shifts me from lack to trust. It reminds me that I have already been provided for many times before, and I will be provided for again. I no longer speak words like, I'm broke, or I can't afford that, because I understand that my words are declarations. Instead, I say, I'm prioritizing differently right now, or that will come to me when I'm ready. Gratitude makes me speak gently about my finances because I know that what I appreciate appreciates. There's a special peace that comes when you no longer feel desperate. When you stop seeing money as an enemy or a source of stress. When you treat your money like a dear friend, grateful for its presence, at peace when it rests, excited when it grows. That peace begins when you give thanks. Not someday, not when you hit a financial goal, but today, right now. I used to think I had to earn my way into a better financial state. Now I understand that it begins with alignment, that money flows where it's welcomed, that appreciation opens the channel for more to come. So I walk through my day blessing what I have. I look at my wallet and say thank you. I check my account and say thank you. Even if it's not the amount I want yet, I still say thank you because this is not the end. This is the beginning. The more I focus on what's good, the more I notice how supported I already am. The kindness of strangers, the opportunities that come out of nowhere, the times when something was discounted or gifted just when I needed it. These moments remind me that I am part of a generous universe, one that responds not just to need, but to appreciation. And so I choose to live with a grateful heart. I don't wait for big windfalls to feel abundant. I feel abundant now. I recognize that even the ability to think about money consciously is a blessing. I have the power to direct my energy, to shift my mindset, to create a new story about wealth. And I choose one rooted in gratitude, not fear. I do not need to control how more money comes. I simply need to be thankful for what is already here. Gratitude keeps me grounded, peaceful, and open. It reminds me that I am already in the flow, that the stream of abundance is not far away. It is running through my life already. I give thanks now in full faith that more is on the way. I bless the money I have, knowing that I am planting seeds of prosperity. I honor my journey, my progress, and my present. And in doing so, I become a match for even greater abundance. Thank you, life. Thank you, universe. Thank you, money. I see you. I appreciate you. I trust you. And because of that, I know that more will come easily, joyfully, and in perfect timing. Abundance is my birthright. This truth lives deep within me, even if I've been taught otherwise. I was not born to struggle, to live in fear, or to constantly question whether I am worthy of good things. I was born to thrive, to live a life that reflects joy, peace, security, and fulfillment. I do not need to earn this right. I do not need to prove myself worthy. I only need to remember who I truly am and align with the energy of abundance that has always been mine. For too long, I believed that abundance was something far away, something that only a few lucky people could access. I believed that maybe I had to work harder, sacrifice more, or wait for the right moment. But now I know the truth. The moment I was born, the moment I took my first breath, the universe had already said yes to me. Yes to love, yes to growth, yes to support, yes to wealth. It is not the world that denied me. It was my own belief that kept the door closed. Now I choose to open the door. I choose to believe that life supports me. I choose to believe that there is more than enough to go around, and that my receiving does not take away from anyone else. I choose to believe that abundance is not about competition, but about connection to source, to self, and to the flow of life itself. I am no longer waiting for permission to receive. I am no longer trying to fit into systems that were never designed to reflect my inner value. I am no longer dimming my light to make others comfortable. I am rising into the truth of who I am. And that truth is powerful, radiant, and whole. I am a divine expression of life. And because of that, abundance belongs to me. Abundance is not just about money. It is about time, energy, health, love, peace, and opportunities. It is waking up without anxiety. It is moving through the day with joy. It is being surrounded by people who support and uplift. It is trusting that my needs are met and that more is always on the way. When I say abundance is my birthright, I mean that I am meant to live a life of overflow, not just getting by, not just surviving, but truly flourishing. Every time I look around and see nature, I see the truth of this. The sky does not limit how wide it spreads. The ocean does not apologize for its depth. The trees do not ask for permission to grow tall. Everything in nature expands by design. And I am no different. I was made to expand. I was made to increase. I was made to increase and to circulate energy in beautiful, life-affirming ways. There may have been times in my life where I forgot this truth, times where I settled for less, times where I stayed small to feel safe, times where I doubted if I was worthy. But those were only chapters, not the whole story. Today I turn the page. Today I reclaim what has always been mine. I let go of the fear, the shame, the guilt, the limitations I once carried. I don't need them anymore. They served their purpose, and now I am ready to live from a new frequency. The more I embrace this belief, the more I see proof of it. The right people show up. Unexpected blessings arrive. Creative ideas flow through me. Solutions appear. Resources expand. Life begins to mirror the abundance I now feel within. This is not magic. This is alignment. When I align with the truth of who I am, everything else falls into place. I am not afraid of abundance. I do not push it away. I do not sabotage it. I welcome it fully. I welcome luxury and simplicity, rest and productivity, solitude and connection. I allow myself to receive without guilt. I know that having more does not make me selfish. It makes me capable of doing more good in the world. I give freely because I trust that more is always coming. I am not depleted by giving. I am renewed through it. Every cell in my body begins to respond to this new truth. My posture changes, my energy rises, my heart softens. I no longer feel desperate, I feel deserving. I no longer feel lack, I feel fulfillment. I no longer wait for life to give me what I want, I co-create it. I become an active participant in the flow of abundance. I meet the universe halfway, and the universe always meets me with more. This is the life I choose. A life where abundance is natural, normal, and expected. A life where I trust the process. A life where I celebrate every gift, big or small. a life where I give thanks in advance, because I know that what I desire is already on its way. Abundance is not outside of me. It is within me. It is my nature. It is my inheritance. And now, more than ever, I claim it with love, with faith, and with open arms. Abundance is my birthright, and I am ready to live in it fully.